a cravat, we do an open or a closed according to what is necessary. Okay, so if we have a wound on top of the head,
Okay.
the last thing we want to do is wrap anything underneath the chin and around. It compromises an airway. So old cartoons of Bugs Bunny, they used to wrap around and have the big bow on top. We don't do that. That's a no-no.
Okay.
But we can put pressure on top of the head by this type of bandage. So we bring this around the back and we come in at the forehead.
Okay.
You have to come around. No, you stay out as you watch. She's going to need to come back here. Okay. So I'm going to bring the bandaging down low at the base of the skull.
Okay.
I have some hair, which I don't want. Oh, don't want to pull your hair. So when I do this, I'm going to do a square knot down low at the base. So I do the first half of the square knot like this.
Okay.
Then holding on to the front part, I'm going to bring the tail, I'm going to snug
Okay.
on the tail. And this only works if you're down at the base of the skull. If you do it up here, it just slides off.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I'm going to bring the tail up to keep it tight. I'm going to tuck the tail in here.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do the second half of the square knot.
And that just secures the triangle piece that you snapped in. Okay.
Okay, and I'm not going to pull it tight because I have her hair in there.
Yeah.
But in doing so, I have a nice tight, if you feel, there's not a lot of movement up here.
Oh, yeah.
It will hold that as a pressure bandage without ever putting anything directly underneath the chin.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're okay with the tails.
And then you can tuck these in,
tuck the
or you can
tails.
bring them forward. If they're long enough, you can bring them forward and tie them here
Okay.
so that it just kind of holds it tight
Okay.
this way. A lot of them are too short to bring around to the front, so you can just tuck them or leave them hanging.
Okay.
Okay, that's a closed cravat. An open cravat would be an injury on, say, the forehead, the ear, you know, somewhere on the face or the head that I need to put some pressure without worrying about going underneath the chin or on top of the skull. So we would take the gauze and we would hold it over the wound,
Okay.
placing the bandage, the cravat in the center, come down under the skull again so that you can snug tight, and then place the knot as a square knot directly over the wound for pressure.
Okay.
Square knot, and then tuck those under so they're not hanging in the patient's face.
You're gorgeous, Perla.
As your pressure bandage for something. So if it's over the ear, you'd put the main knot over the ear.
Okay.
If the wound is on the back of the head, the main knot would go there.
Okay.
And so what it does is it teaches, or it tells anybody who's coming in, if I as the bandaging person is not available and we take her to the hospital, when she lands in the ER, they know exactly where the wound is because that's where the knot is.
That makes sense.